Although Nicholas Garrigan has just graduated as a doctor, he is tipped a brilliant career by his parents. However, Nicholas craves an adventure. He's fed up with a measured and planned life. So he spins the globe, pokes his finger at a random spot, and on his second try, finds himself in Uganda. This is where he goes in search of a new experience. When he arrives, he meets a local girl on the bus who brings him up to speed on the local political changes. A new president, Amin, is about to come to power. He stands for the people, and so do they. Arriving in the small village, Nicholas meets the wife of the only doctor in the whole district, Sarah Merritt. Her husband David is on an emergency call at the time. Sarah says that Amin has officially become president. Once in a hospital, Nicholas realizes that his job isn't going to be the easiest. However, he is not complaining, and if he has to treat people in the open air, he does it. Nicholas likes Sarah and she likes him as well. Moreover, there is often no David around, so among the two relationships are tied up. One day, Nicholas calls Sarah to see the new president. Amin has just arrived in the village to give a speech. His speech inspires Nicholas and he immediately likes the man for his simplicity and directness. When he and Sarah drive back home, they are caught up by a military vehicle. As they drove out of the village, Amin had an accident with his car crashing into a cow. He injured his arm and needed the medical help. Nicholas examines the arm and states that the injury is not serious. He bandages the hand and tries to instruct Amin, but the injured cow howls so much that Nicholas finally loses his temper and shoots the poor animal with the president's gun. That really impresses Amin. When he finds out that Nicholas is Scottish, he says he is sympathetic to the nation and even asks for a doctor's t-shirt in exchange for his shirt. He wants to give the t-shirt with Scottish symbolism to his son. Back home, Nicholas tries to get close to Sarah, but she is too good to her husband to cheat on him, so she refuses the guy. In the morning, he is taken to the capital city in the presidential car. Amin introduces him to the health minister, who is also his advisor. The minister's name is Jonah Waswa. Amin offers Nicholas to become his personal doctor. While in this position, he can do much more for Uganda than in that run-down village. At first, he is considering to refuse, but Amin's charm and the influential people surrounding him do the trick. At a dinner, to which many high-ranking people have been invited, Nicholas meets Nigel Stone, who represents British interests there, and he does not like the man at first sight. After dinner, Nicholas is called to Amin. He thinks he has been poisoned, but the doctor quickly realizes that the cause of his bad condition is gas. He quickly relieves Amin of the problem, and the president makes it clear that he will be in trouble without Nicholas. On reflection, Nicholas accepts the position of the president's personal physician. Meanwhile, persecutions upon the former president's men have begun. They are caught in the streets, taken out of town and killed. But Nicholas pays little attention to this. A new life has begun for him. He is put in charge of a major hospital, put in the place of Dr. Junju. And there Nicholas meets Stone, who hints to him that they can be useful to each other, since Nicholas has gotten close to Amin. Nicholas, however, refuses. Time passes. Amin is happy with everything Nicholas does, but his behavior towards Waswa changes. Amin no longer trusts the advisor. The supporters of the former president are becoming increasingly active while gunshots and explosions are being heard more and more frequently in the city. One day, Nicholas is called to the home of Amin's third wife, Kay. Her son has an epileptic seizure and Nicholas manages to help the boy. He wants to take him to hospital, but Kay does not let him, saying her husband is against it. After that incident, Nicholas begins to feel differently about Kay. He likes her, he is attracted to her, and he understands that his feelings are mutual. Amin understands that too. On one holiday, he notices Kay looking at his personal physician. Afterwards, Amin gives Nicholas a car and asks him to drive him to the airport. On the way, they are ambushed. Armed men shoot up the president's limousine, but as the president has been sitting in his doctor's car, he survives. Amin is sure he has once seen his death in a dream, so he knows he won't die until the dream comes true. Realizing he has been betrayed, Amin severely punishes the attackers and gets rid of some of his confidants. Amin's suspicions also fall on Waswa. He is furious and shows Nicholas his real face. After the attack, Nicholas tries to get drunk in a bar. Then he sees Waswa discussing something with Stone's acquaintance. Once near Amin, he informs him of Waswa's meeting, not even realizing that Waswa will be killed without trial. Stone tries to open Nicholas's eyes, but he doesn't want to listen and only accuses him of imperialistic intentions. Stone, however, says that he will soon be meeting with the author of an article on Amin's activities and invites Nicholas to join. Nicholas is hesitant whether to go. He visits Waswa first, and it turns out that the latter is not present and another person is occupying his office. Nicholas agrees to the meeting and even says something about Amin, but the journalist and Stone think his words are naive. Realizing that Waswa has been killed for nothing, Nicholas decides to leave. Things get worse in Uganda and he doesn't want to be a part of that. However, Amin bluntly tells him that he won't let the doctor go, as he trusts only him. Nicholas feels trapped. He goes to a party where all of Amin's cronies are invited and the president even presents him with a girl for the weekend. But Nicholas doesn't want her. He gets drunk, meets Kay, and she takes him away from the crowd. They make love and then just lie and chat until Amin orders everyone to head to the beach. Back at home, Nicholas realizes that his flat has been searched. There is an envelope with a Ugandan passport on the table. Nicholas has officially become a Ugandan citizen and his old passport has been taken away. Nicholas decides to go to extremes. He asks Stone to take him out of the country. However, Stone makes it clear that a ticket back home has yet to be earned. He gives Doctor special pills and tells him to poison the president when the opportunity arises. Amin is no longer useful to the West and must be removed. To make Nicholas doubtless, Stone shows him the victims of the current regime. Amin simply kills all the undesirables. Nicholas continues to date Kay and Amin becomes increasingly oppressive. He believes he is surrounded by traitors. He expels all Asians from the country, and when Nicholas tries to reason with him, Amin simply chases him away. Things take a turn for the worse when Kay tells Nicholas that she is expecting a child. She asks him to terminate her pregnancy, but Nicholas refuses. He promises to help, wanting to make arrangements with Dr. Junju. Kay cannot wait for Nicholas to solve the problem and goes to the village to see a healer to get an abortion. Nicholas meanwhile is at a press conference with Amin. After that he goes to Kay, but she isn't at home. He finds her at the hospital. Amin punishes his wife for the affair by cutting off her arms and sewing her legs in place of her hands. Seeing the woman in this state, Nicholas decides to poison Amin. He gives him pills for a headache, but in fact the vial contains poison. Amin doesn't have time to drink the pills. He is informed that a plane with hostages has landed in Uganda and they need a doctor. Dr. Junju can't cope, so he takes Nicholas with him. Arriving at the airport, Nicholas sees the president's head of security giving a pill to a soldier to see if it's really medicine. Nicholas forces the soldier to spit out the poison. Amin's guards beat up the doctor. Amin appears and reveals everything to Nicholas. He knew about his affair with Kay and he is ready to punish the doctor for trying to kill Amin. As punishment, he is suspended by his skin with hooks. When Nicholas faints, he is left alone. He is assisted by Junju. He treats his wounds and sends him to a plane. Some of the hostages are decided to be sent back to their homeland. Nicholas is lost among them and flies away alive. Junju asks him to tell the world what is going on in Uganda. As punishment for his betrayal, he is killed by Amin's guards. Amin ruled Uganda until 1979. When he was discharged from the position of president, the people rejoiced just as much as when he was appointed. More than 300,000 Ugandans were killed during his rule. Amin died in 2003 in exile. However, no one has ever found out whether this was the death he saw in his dream. And that's where the movie ends. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to watch more movie recap videos like this.